The Last of Us Part 2 is a game developed by Naughty Dog, released in June 2020. This highly anticipated sequel continues the story that captivated millions in the original game, bringing players back into a world that is both hauntingly beautiful and terrifyingly brutal. This sequel takes players back into a world ravaged by a fungal pandemic where survival is a constant struggle. The once bustling cities are now overgrown with vegetation, and the remnants of human civilization are slowly being reclaimed by nature. The environment itself tells a story of decay and resilience. Building upon the events of the first game, Part 2 delves deeper into the complexities of human nature amidst chaos and despair. The characters are faced with moral dilemmas that challenge their beliefs and push them to their limits. Every decision carries weight, and the consequences are often devastating. It is a story about loss, vengeance, and the blurry lines between good and evil. The narrative explores the impact of trauma and the lengths to which people will go to protect those they love, even if it means sacrificing their own humanity. The game is set years after the original, offering a glimpse into a society rebuilding itself within quarantine zones. These makeshift settlements are a testament to human ingenuity and the will to survive, but they are also fraught with tension and conflict. However, the threat of infected remains and a new danger emerges: human aggression and the thirst for revenge. The infected are relentless and terrifying, but it is often the human enemies that pose the greatest threat, driven by their own desires and vendettas. The Last of Us Part 2 doesn't shy away from difficult themes, forcing players to confront the consequences of violence and the cyclical nature of hatred. It is a harrowing journey that leaves a lasting impact, challenging players to reflect on their own values and the world around them. The game centers around two main playable characters: Ellie, a young woman hardened by the world, and Abby, a skilled soldier driven by a personal vendetta. Ellie, now 19, grapples with the trauma of her past and a burning desire for revenge. Her journey is one of relentless pursuit, fueled by anger and grief. Abby, on the other hand, presents a different perspective on the conflict. She is a member of the Washington Liberation Front, a militaristic faction vying for control in this post-apocalyptic world. Driven by her own sense of justice, Abby's story intertwines with Ellie's in a way that challenges players' perceptions of right and wrong. The Last of Us Part 2 utilizes a non-linear narrative structure, jumping between different time periods and perspectives. This approach allows for a deeper understanding of the characters' motivations and the events that shaped them. The game masterfully weaves together past and present, revealing crucial information piece by piece. This fragmented storytelling enhances the emotional impact of the narrative. Players experience the full weight of past choices and their consequences in the present. It's a bold narrative choice that subverts expectations and forces players to confront their own biases. One of the game's most significant strengths lies in its portrayal of trauma and its effects on the human psyche. Both Ellie and Abby carry deep emotional scars, shaping their actions and worldview. The game doesn't shy away from depicting the rawness of their pain and the destructive nature of their coping mechanisms. As the narrative unfolds, players witness both characters grappling with their inner demons. Ellie's quest for revenge consumes her, leading her down a dark path. Abby, haunted by her own past, seeks redemption and a way to break free from the cycle of violence. Section 5. The Cycle of Vengeance, exploring revenge and redemption. At its core, The Last of Us Part 2 is a story about the seductive allure and devastating consequences of revenge. Ellie's relentless pursuit of vengeance blinds her to the suffering she inflicts on others and herself. The game challenges the notion of righteous anger, showing how easily it can morph into destructive obsession. Abby's arc offers a counterpoint to Ellie's. While initially driven by revenge, Abby's encounters with a group of peaceful survivors challenge her beliefs. She begins to question her actions and seeks a path toward atonement, highlighting the possibility of breaking free from the cycle of violence. Section 6. Ellie's Journey, a Test of Humanity. Ellie's journey throughout the game is a testament to the enduring power of love and the struggle to retain humanity in the face of unimaginable loss. Her path is fraught with danger, heartbreak, and moral ambiguity, making every step she takes a profound exploration of the human condition. Her love for Joel, the man who saved her in the first game, fuels her initial quest for revenge. This bond, forged in the fires of survival, becomes both her strength and her weakness, driving her forward even as it threatens to consume her. However, as she succumbs to her rage, she risks losing the very essence of who she is. The game masterfully portrays this internal conflict, showing how vengeance can erode one's soul and blur the lines between right and wrong. The game constantly forces players to question Ellie's actions. Each decision she makes is a reflection of the player's own moral compass, challenging them to consider the true cost of revenge. Is revenge ever truly justified, or does it merely perpetuate a cycle of violence and pain? Can violence ever heal the wounds of the past, or does it only serve to deepen them, leaving scars that never truly fade? Through Ellie's brutal and heartbreaking journey, The Last of Us Part 2 compels players to confront the complexities of morality in a world stripped bare. It is a poignant reminder that in the darkest of times, our humanity is both our greatest strength and our most fragile vulnerability. There's Section 7, The Power of Empathy, Understanding Abby. Perhaps the most controversial aspect of The Last of Us Part 2 is its decision to make players inhabit the perspective of Abby, the very character who sets Ellie on her path of revenge. This bold narrative choice forces players to step outside their comfort zones and see the world through the eyes of someone they initially perceive as an antagonist. Through Abby's story, the game dismantles the traditional hero-villain dichotomy. Players experience her compassion, her vulnerabilities, and ultimately her humanity. This shift in perspective challenges preconceived notions and encourages empathy for a character initially viewed as the enemy. Section 8. A Legacy of Choice, the Ending and its Impact. The ending of The Last of Us, Part 2, is as divisive as it is powerful. It has sparked countless debates among fans and critics alike, with opinions ranging from admiration to disappointment. After a brutal confrontation, Ellie ultimately chooses to let Abby go, breaking the cycle of violence that has consumed them both. This moment is pivotal as it signifies a departure from the path of vengeance that Ellie has been on. This decision, born out of exhaustion and a glimmer of understanding, has profound implications for Ellie's future. It suggests a moment of clarity where Ellie recognizes the futility of her quest for revenge. The game's conclusion is open to interpretation, leaving players to grapple with the weight of Ellie's choice. The ambiguity of the ending allows for multiple readings, each resonating differently with individual players. Did she find a semblance of peace, or is she condemned to a life haunted by the ghosts of her past? This question lingers, inviting players to ponder Ellie's fate long after the game has ended. The Last of Us Part 2 doesn't offer easy answers, instead prompting reflection on the themes of forgiveness, acceptance, and the long road to healing. It challenges players to consider the cost of revenge and the possibility of redemption. Ultimately, the impact of the ending lies in its ability to evoke deep emotional responses and provoke thought. It is a testament to the game's storytelling prowess and its willingness to tackle complex, often uncomfortable themes. As the credits roll, players are left with a sense of unresolved tension, a feeling that mirrors the complexities of real-life relationships and the human condition. The ending of The Last of Us Part 2 is not just a conclusion, but a beginning of introspection and discussion. Section 9, Artistic Triumph, Technical and Narrative Achievements. Beyond its compelling narrative, The Last of Us. Part 2 is a technical and artistic marvel. The game features stunning graphics, realistic animations, and a haunting score that perfectly complements the emotional weight of the story. The world building is immersive, drawing players into its desolate yet beautiful landscapes. The Last of Us Part 2 pushes the boundaries of what video games can achieve as a storytelling medium. The game's ability to evoke a wide range of emotions, from gut-wrenching sadness to fleeting moments of hope, is a testament to the power of interactive storytelling. Section 10. Conclusion. A lasting impression. The Last of Us. Part 2 is more than just a game. It's an experience that stays with you long after the credits roll. Its unflinching exploration of loss, vengeance, and the complexities of human nature is both thought-provoking and emotionally resonant. It's a game that challenges conventions and pushes the boundaries of interactive storytelling, leaving a lasting impression on the industry and its audience. Through its flawed yet deeply human characters, its gripping narrative, and its technical brilliance, The Last of Us Part 2 cements its place as a landmark achievement in video game history.